What if Naruto had the Rinnegan as a child? The Hidden Leaf Village was never the same after the Ninetales attack, and neither was Naruto Uzumaki. Ostracized by the villagers, the young boy lived a life of loneliness. But what they didn't know was that inside him, something far more dangerous than just the Ninetales was stirring. From the moment of his birth, Naruto had been different. Not just because he was the Jinchuriki of the Ninetales, but because of a strange power that had been lying dormant in his body. This power, the Rinnegan, was the most powerful of the three great dojutsu, the eyes of the Sage of Six Paths. Chapter 1. The Eyes of a God. From an early age, Naruto had always been an outcast. His pranks and mischievous behavior masked a deep longing for acceptance, but the village viewed him as a monster. Everything changed when Naruto was 8 years old, on a lonely night after another day of bullying. In a fit of rage and frustration, something snapped inside him. His blue eyes changed to purple with concentric rings, and the Rinnegan awakened. Naruto didn't understand what was happening to him. His vision shifted. He could see and sense things in ways no one else could. His pranks became more controlled, more tactical, and his raw chakra control improved exponentially. He could now sense the emotions and intentions of people around him, though he didn't realize that was one of the powers of the Rinnegan. Iruka Umino, his academy teacher, was the first to notice something different. Naruto's progress in ninjutsu and tactics skyrocketed. Iruka was baffled but encouraged Naruto to hone his skills. However, the villagers' fear of him only grew. Rumors spread of the boy with the demon's eyes. Chapter 2. The Bell Test. When Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura were assigned to Team 7 under Kakashi Hatake, things took a very different turn. During the Bell Test, where Kakashi had originally intended to teach teamwork through subtle lessons, Naruto's Rinnegan allowed him to see through all of Kakashi's movements. The Sharingan Kakashi used to test Sasuke had little effect on Naruto. Naruto could see the flow of chakra, anticipate Kakashi's moves, and even block his lightning blade with the ability of Shinra Tensei, Almighty Push. His powers were raw, uncontrolled, but Kakashi immediately recognized the potential within Naruto. After the test, Kakashi took special interest in Naruto, becoming a more hands-on mentor. He realized Naruto's Rinnegan wasn't just any bloodline trait, it was something far more ancient and powerful. Kakashi warned Naruto to keep his abilities a secret, especially from dangerous enemies. Chapter 3. Wave Mission, A New Path. During the mission to the Land of Waves, Naruto's Rinnegan made him a formidable force, even for Zabuza and Haku. The battle at the bridge played out differently. Instead of Haku's ice mirrors overpowering Team 7, Naruto used his Rinnegan's Diva Path to shatter the mirrors with gravitational force, stunning both Haku and Sasuke. When Haku moved to attack Naruto, he instinctively used the Preta Path to absorb the chakra from Haku's jutsu, leaving Haku powerless and bewildered. Zabuza, too, was no match for Naruto's newfound powers. Though Naruto was still learning to control the abilities, he managed to protect his comrades and subdue Zabuza without losing control of the Ninetales. The mission ended in a victory, with Naruto gaining more confidence in his abilities and realizing that with great power came even greater responsibility. Chapter 4. The Chunin Exams, Paths of Pain. As the Chunin exams approached, Naruto's abilities caught the attention of both friends and foes. During the Forest of Death, Orochimaru himself sensed Naruto's power. He had been interested in Sasuke's Sharingan, but Naruto's Rinnegan intrigued him even more. However, Orochimaru underestimated Naruto. In their brief encounter, Naruto unleashed a powerful Shinra Tensei that shook the entire forest, forcing Orochimaru to retreat. Sasuke, feeling overshadowed, grew even more determined to grow stronger, leading to his inevitable jealousy. In the battles of the preliminaries, Naruto faced Kiba, but the fight was over in an instant. Using the Asura path, Naruto created mechanical limbs to overpower Kiba's speed and brute strength. It was clear to everyone that Naruto was no ordinary shinobi anymore. Chapter 5. The Fall of Konoha. The invasion of Konoha by Orochimaru and the Sand Village during the final round of the Chunin exams took a dramatic turn. As Orochimaru summoned the first and second Hokages, and the third Hokage fought valiantly against them, Naruto fought on the front lines alongside his friends. When Gaara transformed into the one-tailed Shukaku, Naruto's Rinnegan gave him an advantage that no one had anticipated. Naruto used the animal path to summon creatures that overwhelmed Gaara, forcing him to retreat and ultimately defeating him without needing to rely on the Nine Tails chakra. Naruto's victory over Gaara created a bond between them, as both Jinchuriki understood each other's pain. However, the real threat came when Orochimaru made a move to capture Naruto, realizing the value of the Rinnegan. With the help of Jiraiya, who had been keeping a close eye on him, Naruto managed to escape Orochimaru's clutches, but the encounter left him scarred. Jiraiya decided it was time to take Naruto under his wing for more intensive training, sensing the need to teach him how to control his immense power. Chapter 6. The Search for Tsunade. Naruto's training with Jiraiya focused heavily on controlling the Rinnegan and learning more about its abilities. Jiraiya revealed that the Rinnegan was the dojutsu of the Sage of Six Paths, the creator of ninjutsu itself. As they searched for Tsunade to make her the fifth Hokage, Naruto trained rigorously, learning to summon larger and more powerful creatures through the animal path, and how to use the human path to extract information from enemies. Their encounter with Itachi and Kisame of the Akatsuki was another turning point. Itachi's Sharingan was powerful, but Naruto's Rinnegan was a step above. In their brief confrontation, Naruto was able to counter Itachi's genjutsu with ease, something that shocked the Uchiha prodigy. The Akatsuki's interest in Naruto only grew, but for different reasons than before. They realized that the boy had inherited the power of the Sage of Six Paths, making him a far more valuable target than just the Nine Tails. Chapter 7. Sasuke's Defection. The events at the Valley of the End unfolded similarly to the original story, but with one key difference. Naruto was far more powerful than before. Sasuke's curse-mark transformation pushed him to the limit, but Naruto's Rinnegan abilities gave him the upper hand. Even so, Naruto didn't want to harm his friend. In a final clash, Naruto used his Rinnegan's powers to subdue Sasuke without causing a fatal blow. Sasuke, feeling utterly defeated and humiliated, still chose to leave with Orochimaru, driven by his thirst for revenge and power. Naruto, despite his victory, felt the sting of failure. His strength wasn't enough to save his friend. Epilogue. With Tsunade. As the new Hokage and the Akatsuki looming in the shadows, Naruto's journey was far from over. His Rinnegan had changed the course of many battles, but it also painted a target on his back. Now more than ever, he had to learn to control the godlike power within him while still holding on to his dream of becoming Hokage. But with enemies like Orochimaru, Itachi, and the Akatsuki closing in, and the mystery of his Rinnegan yet to be fully understood, Naruto's path was only growing more dangerous. The boy who had once been alone was now at the center of the world's attention, not just as the Nine Tails Jinchuriki, but as the wielder of the Rinnegan, the eyes of the Sage of Six Paths. And with that power, the fate of the ninja world was in his hands. Chapter 8. Jiraiya's Training and Naruto's Growing Power. Naruto's journey with Jiraiya continued, and the training became more intense. Jiraiya realized that Naruto's Rinnegan was unlocking abilities faster than expected. They focused on mastering the six paths of pain: Diva, Asura, Human, Animal, Preta, and Naraka paths. The Rinnegan gave Naruto incredible versatility in combat, but Jiraiya was concerned about the toll it could take on him if he relied on it too much without proper control. In addition to the Rinnegan, Jiraiya helped Naruto develop his signature technique, the Rasengan. With the Rasengan combined with his Rinnegan abilities, Naruto was becoming a true powerhouse. As the two traveled, they also gathered intelligence on the Akatsuki, who were growing more active. During their journey, Jiraiya introduced Naruto to Mount Myoboku and the world of the Toad Sages. Naruto began training in Sage Mode, which further enhanced his physical capabilities and chakra control. His Rinnegan, already formidable, now merged with the sensory enhancements of Sage Mode, making Naruto even more dangerous. However, mastering Sage Mode was no easy task. Naruto struggled to find balance, especially with the immense power of the Rinnegan often interfering with the natural energy required for Sage Mode. Chapter 9. The Akatsuki Move. The Akatsuki had already captured several tailed beasts, and their attention remained fixed on Naruto and his nine tails. However, they now had an additional reason to capture him, his Rinnegan. Pain, the leader of the Akatsuki, who also wielded the Rinnegan, sensed that Naruto's powers were different. It wasn't just the Rinnegan of an ordinary descendant, but something more closely tied to the original Sage of Six Paths. Itachi Uchiha, who had already crossed paths with Naruto, became increasingly concerned about the Akatsuki's intentions. While pretending to remain loyal to the organization, he began to quietly warn Konoha of the impending threat. During this period, Naruto had a brief confrontation with Deidara and Sasori. The battle unfolded near the hidden sand village, where the Akatsuki attempted to capture Gaara. Naruto, with his growing mastery of the Rinnegan, played a critical role in saving Gaara. Using the Deva Path's powers, he repelled Deidara's explosive clay with ease and forced the Akatsuki duo into retreat. Gaara, deeply moved by Naruto's determination, solidified his bond with him, and the two Jinchuriki became close allies. Chapter 10. The Return of Sasuke. While Naruto grew stronger, Sasuke trained under Orochimaru. Obsessed with gaining enough power to defeat his brother Itachi, Sasuke had grown colder and more ruthless. However, he couldn't ignore the reports of Naruto's growing strength. Orochimaru, intrigued by Naruto's Rinnegan, pushed Sasuke to master the curse mark and new techniques. Sasuke finally decided it was time to sever his ties with Orochimaru and face Itachi. The encounter between Sasuke and Itachi played out with some similarities to the original, but this time, Itachi was more interested in Naruto than Sasuke. During their battle, Itachi revealed that Naruto's Rinnegan was a key to unlocking a greater power, hinting at the connection to the Sage of Six Paths. Sasuke, in disbelief and frustration, ultimately defeated Itachi, but learned the painful truth about his brother's loyalty to Konoha and his true mission to eliminate the Akatsuki. Sasuke, filled with hatred for those who manipulated his brother, chose to form his own team, Hebi, and later allied with the Akatsuki to destroy the Hidden Leaf Village. Chapter 11. Jiraiya's Death and Pain's Invasion. Jiraiya's investigation into the Akatsuki led him to the Hidden Rain Village, where he encountered Pain, the true leader of the Akatsuki and wielder of another Rinnegan. The battle between Jiraiya and Pain was brutal. Jiraiya managed to take down several of Pain's bodies, but was ultimately overpowered by the Six Paths of Pain. In his final moments, Jiraiya sent a coded message back to Konoha, hoping that Naruto would be able to decipher it. Jiraiya's death devastated Naruto, but it also motivated him to continue his training with renewed focus. He completed his Sage Mode training at Mount Myoboku and returned to Konoha, determined to protect his home from the Akatsuki's looming threat. When Pain launched his invasion of Konoha, Naruto was ready. Arriving just as the village was being destroyed, Naruto entered the battlefield with Sage Mode active and his Rinnegan fully under control. The Six Paths of Pain, a terrifying force to most shinobi, faced their match in Naruto. Using his mastery of Sage Mode and the Rinnegan, Naruto overwhelmed Pain's bodies, one by one. In their final confrontation, Naruto confronted Nagato, the true wielder of the Rinnegan, hidden behind Pain's bodies. Nagato revealed the history of the Rinnegan and the connection to the six paths. The two exchanged their philosophies on peace, with Naruto ultimately convincing Nagato that true peace could only be achieved through understanding, not domination. Nagato, moved by Naruto's words and reminded of his own mentor, Jiraiya, chose to sacrifice himself to revive the villagers he had killed. Chapter 12. The Gathering Storm. Naruto's victory over Pain solidified his place as the village's hero, and his reputation spread across the ninja world. However, the Akatsuki's plans were far from over. Madara Uchiha, who had been operating in the shadows, revealed himself as the true mastermind behind the Akatsuki's plan to gather the tailed beasts and revive the 10 tails. With Nagato's death, Madara now turned his attention fully to Naruto, realizing that the boy's Rinnegan was the key to unlocking the power of the Sage of Six Paths. Madara's ambitions extended beyond controlling the tailed beasts. He sought to use the Rinnegan's full power to cast the infinite Tsukuyomi, a genjutsu that would enslave the entire world in a dream of peace. Sasuke, having learned the truth about Itachi, now sought revenge against the Hidden Leaf Village and Madara. He and Naruto were once again on a collision course, but this time the stakes were far greater. If you want more, please leave a like and subscribe.